In the quiet churchyard of Aldenham, St John the Baptist, 3 Commonwealth wall graves lie among the headstones. Not a vast cemetery like those on the battlefields of France or Belgium, but a small village churchyard where 3 very different men came home only to rest here in the soil of Hertfordshire. Each grave carries a story of duty, sacrifice, and a family left behind. These are their stories. Walter John Larkin was born in 1873 here in Aldenham, the son of William and Emma Larkin. When war came, Walter joined the Royal Army Service Corps, serving in the heavy transport section. These men were the lifeline of the British Army, moving supplies, food, fuel and ammunition under dangerous conditions. But Walter's story didn't end on the battlefield. On the 6th of February 1919, months after the Armistice had been signed, Walter was working at Woolwich Dockyard when the vehicle he was in was involved in an accident. He was taken to the Royal Herbert Military Hospital with fractured ribs. Despite treatment, his injuries proved fatal. The very next day, driver Walter John Larkin died. He was 45 years old. Walter came home, not to the fanfare of peace, but to the quiet of his family grave, a reminder that even when the guns fell silent, the war's toll carried on. Albert Penman Gowers was born in Shepherd's Bush, London in 1888. Before the First World War, he worked as a bus conductor, and in 1911 he married Francesca Mary Marshall. Together they had a daughter. When war broke out in 1914, Albert joined the Royal Navy, serving as an air mechanic. In 1917, he was badly injured in a kite balloon accident. He survived, but his family did not escape loss. His brother, Private Leonard Walter Gowers, had been killed the year before in France. 2 decades later, Albert was once again in uniform, this time in the Royal Air Force, serving with 907 Balloon Squadron. These were the men who operated the barrage balloons over London, great floating giants meant to deter enemy bombers and protect the capital. On the 20th of December 1940, during a heavy German night raid on London, the barrage balloons were up, anti-aircraft guns firing into the dark sky. Hundreds were killed or injured. Among them was Corporal Albert Penman Gowers, fatally wounded in the attack. He was 52 years old. His family chose the words for his headstone: "Great love hath no man. Rest in peace until we meet again." A man who served in both wars, a family who had already given one son and gave another. William Alexander Gregg was born in 1906, the son of Richard and Amelia Gregg. He was just 12 when the First World War ended, old enough to see the broken men returning home and the proud sights of those wearing medals on their tunics. When the Second World War began, William joined the Middlesex Regiment, serving with the 22nd Battalion. He earned his commission on the 23rd of March 1943. That very day, he was part of a mortar demonstration, but something went tragically wrong. A dummy bomb exploded and William was severely injured. He was rushed to Watford Hospital, where he died of his wounds. Second Lieutenant William Alexander Gregg was 37 years old. He left behind his wife Janet and their 2 children. His family chose the inscription, "At Peace." In 1984, when Janet passed away, she was laid to rest beside him, husband and wife reunited. In Aldenham Churchyard, the graves of Driver Walter John Larkin, Corporal Albert Penman Gowers, and Second Lieutenant William Alexander Gregg stand as quiet markers of the two world wars. 3 men, different generations, different wars, but the same soil beneath their feet and the same sacrifice in their lives. If you found these stories moving, please consider liking, sharing or subscribing, and let me know in the comments which of these 3 stories spoke to you the most and why. Because remembrance isn't just found on distant battlefields, sometimes it's right here in the village churchyard, lest we forget. If you like listening to the stories of the history of those who came before, then please give the video a like and subscribe to keep updated about future videos of the history of those who came before.